So, just what's it like being in the Final Four now? Has it been any different inside the bubble, doing like different activities for the NCAA or anything like that?
I think the only difference was that they set up like a game room type of area for each team. So that was really cool. We went and checked it out yesterday. Foosball, ping pong. I got on the Xbox, was playing Mortal Kombat for a little bit. So no, it was cool. Definitely just our own kind of space that was just different from being in our own hotel room. Just able to be around each other. So I think that was cool of them for them to do for us.
Who are you playing?
I played Becca, one of our GAs. I played Liv, and then no one wanted to play anymore, so I just started playing by myself.
And you got out to the San Antonio Zoo too, right? What was it like getting away from the hotel and getting outside for a bit?
That was really cool too. Like I said, just to get out and just be out of our hotel room, be out of the same, kind of four walls that we've been looking at for a couple of weeks now. It was really cool to see different types of animals, see the giraffes was awesome, and just being able to do stuff together. I think, makes a difference for us, and we love doing stuff like that anyway. So that really was just really cool just to get out the hotel.
Evina, can you talk about what McDonald brings to the game, what you see from her game, and how you guys are planning to defend her? I assume Kristen will have the main duty, but I assume you guys will help. Yes.
So I actually played AAU Ari. So we've always known each other for a while now. Super, super quick. One of the fastest guards in the NCAA. And she's super smart, super intelligent. And she does a lot for her team. She really does it all for her team. Shoots the three, gets to the basket, draws fouls, has a pull-up game. So she's all around just a great guard. Does it all for them. So as that's going to be a big task for us is making sure we shut her down as a collective though. Kristen is going to start on her, but it's going to be a team job at the end of the day.
Yeah, this is a kind of big picture question, but I'm curious whether when you were deciding on college or when you also decided to go to UConn, was playing in a Final Four something that I'm sure you probably always dreamed about or set out to do, but for you in particular, what does it mean for you to actually be in this position and with the team that I can tell, and we all can tell, you just adore so much? Yeah,
it definitely is different for me. Just kind of realizing where I was at 2 years ago, having transferred and going through 2 knee surgeries. I talked a lot about it with my parents the other day, and my brother as well. Just like, wow, like it took a while to get here, and this has always been a dream of mine, to play on the biggest stage. Competing for a national championship. Now to be in the Final Four is just it's almost surreal. And then, like you said, just being with a group of girls that I'm with now makes it that even more better for me. I love them, I adore them so much, and I feel that's reciprocated to me as well. So it's unbelievable. We worked so hard to get here. Me personally, been through a lot to get here. So it's just been definitely a roller coaster filled with emotions, to say the least.
Hey, Evina.
Go ahead, Charlotte.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Charlotte.
Charlotte Carroll with The Athletic. How do you feel the on-court communication has improved throughout the course of the season, or like where that's gotten the most, or how that's gotten the most improved?
I think it really clicked for us after the Arkansas game. As a team, we're just like, we have to get better defensively. And Coach, we also talked about it with Coach the other day as well. We could have went 2 ways after that game. Either sunk in a deep hole and never got ourselves out of it, or changed our ways like we did, start communicating on defense, taking pride in our defense, and just taking pride of people can't score on UConn. Yeah, we score a lot of points, but like the thing about UConn is that their defense is incredible. So we really just started taking pride of that as individuals as well as a team, and really just holding each other accountable in practice. I think is what made a huge difference for us. So that was kind of like our turning point in the season. That just made a huge difference, and we just been able to make huge, tremendous strides in the right direction in terms of defensively.
What did you do you mentioned personal accountability. What did you do yourself to kind of hold yourself and others to that?
Well, I just know that for me to be able to hold other people accountable, I have to lead by example and hold myself accountable first. So, I can't be telling the younger guys, hey, you need to do this, hey, you need to be in help if I'm not doing it myself. I have to set the example. I have to set the tone as being the older guy, being a leader on the team. That way they know and they understand, okay, we see you do it. We see you put in the effort. Now we have to do it too. And it just makes things more smoothly. And the transition is just easier. So definitely just holding myself accountable. Like I said, leading by example, first and foremost. So I was able to lead them, where we all wanted to go.
Evina, can you talk a little bit about having Daniela, your team impact teammate, at the Final Four, and how has she kept things in perspective for you guys as you go through what you've go through this season, and how have you kept her part of the team when you can't be with her this year?
She's been amazing. She's just a gentle reminder of, life is so precious. We're able to talk to her through Zoom, check in with her with transfusions. We interact with her on social media. I know I do. A lot of people do on the team as well. Commenting, just, hey, we miss you. Just showing her love, like, hey, we're thinking about you. We miss you. So for her to be able to come out to the game and be here physically with everything that she's been going through herself and her family, for her to be able to come out here means the world to us. She's one of our biggest fans, cheering loud for us. She knows exactly what's going on in the game. Takes pride in knowing and getting to know every single one of us, and so does her family. She's really just a blessing. Like I said, she's a gentle reminder. Life is just so precious, and I feel like she also gives us another source of energy of, there's a bigger picture than just basketball, and there's people out there who count on us, who, like, we genuinely make them feel good. So it just gives us another sense of another push.
Do you know where she's going to be in the stands? Is there anything you guys can do besides wave at her this weekend, or do you have anything planned?
I don't know anything as of now. Yeah, I think we could just wave to her. We're not able to see our own family. So I'm not sure where she's going to be sitting. Hopefully close to our bench, probably behind our bench is what I would assume. But as far as that goes, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, going back to the Arkansas game, I think Gino had mentioned that, and it kind of goes back to what you were saying, that if you guys had I think it was that road trip where you played DePaul next, and if you guys had come out really bad against DePaul, he's like, again, like, would have been a completely different season. But you guys obviously came out and looked great. But was there something that he had to say, or was it something within the team, or even as individuals, that allowed you guys to come together and realize that you needed to turn things around?
I think it was a little mixture of both. After the Arkansas game, we sat in the locker room, just everyone, you could just feel the energy of embarrassment throughout everyone in the locker room. The coaches hadn't even entered yet. We were just all sitting there, just not even defeated, just so embarrassed, like we just allowed that to happen. And knowing that it was going to be like that going into the game, I think made it worse. Knowing that was their game plan, and they were allowed to execute that. Like I said, it was just embarrassing for us as individuals, and us as a team as well. So I think we took it upon ourselves as a team, like, hey, this can't happen anymore. We either got to change, or we're going to continue to get embarrassed. And I don't know about everyone else, but this isn't a good feeling. So we put it together. We got our SHIT together. So it was great to see just everyone's passion and hard work and determination to fix that. I think it was cool to see that kind of change happen.
So that was a pretty much immediate change after the Arkansas game, or was it a slower build to get to that point that you just talked about?
I would say our mindset instantly changed. But obviously we're not going to go from, being the way that we are now from that point. So it definitely took us a little bit, but our everyday mindset and practice, okay, we have to. We have no other choice. We have to. So, each and every practice we started to get better. And I think once we started to see ourselves change, like, oh, this is what they mean by being helped. This is what they mean by communicating on defense and really talk to each other instead of just, hey, I got ball, whatever it may be. We started figuring it out. And then once it was clicking, like, oh, okay, this is what we're supposed to do. Now we just have to make it happen every single time. And then once we're playing more games, we're playing games nonstop. Then it just started clicking and clicking. St. John's, it was just clicking. So I think it was all the road games that we had back to back was a blessing in disguise. We were hit with a lot of adversity. Going from hotel to hotel, didn't really see, our own beds back in Connecticut. But like I said, it was something that we had to work through as a team. The coaches aren't out on the court with us. It's literally just us. So, we, at the end of the day, we figured it out, and we're still continuing to get better and figuring it out as well.
Hey, Evina, if I may ask you a question about Monday night when it was Anna Makarat that gave you guys a little kick in the butt there when you had some self-doubt. To get that from one of your teammates, is that better to hear that from a teammate as opposed to hear that from a coach?
I think we loved it. She was just like, fix your faces. So I think when it comes from a player, everyone just kind of like, damn. Like, we hear it often from the coaches and, them screaming and yelling and moaning and all that. So it's I wouldn't say regular, but it's like, we're used to hearing that. But when one of your teammates is saying that, like, hey, you need to, we're like, oh, okay, yeah. So I must look really bad. We must look crazy. We must look terrible. So I think for her to say that, we're like, damn, okay, yeah. If we're looking like that, one of our teammates had to say that to us. We already know, like, okay, we can't dive ourselves into a deeper hole. Let's fix it. So, and I think, if anyone would have said that, I'm glad she did. She's going to be upperclassmen next year, and she's been a huge part of this team, even though she's had to sit out a lot due to injury. But that was great for her to step up and lead in that way.
Evina, you've had a difficult road, not only injury-wise, but, transferring and all that. And now you're two steps away from a goal that everybody strives to get at UConn. What's this road been like? How satisfying has this been like for you?
This is, I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but, this has been a roller coaster filled with emotion. Like you said, just kind of thinking back to where I was 2 years ago from transferring, first surgery, second surgery, trying to learn how to walk again, trying to develop my basketball skills back, trying to bring my shot back, trying to learn the system, trying to lead 6-7 freshmen. It's definitely been tough, but I think that coach and the staff wouldn't have brought me here if they didn't think I was built for it. They wouldn't have brought me here if they didn't think I was capable. So I think for them, knowing that, they brought me here, and Eve, we trust you to lead this team, I know I could get it done. And so my teammates put all their trust in me, like, hey, when we're not on top of our stuff, we know Eve's going to get us back, whatever it may be. So they know that having their trust and their belief in me makes all the adversity that I had already went through in the past, makes it worth it. And to be here now, to be at the Final Four with the group of girls that we have, it's incredible. The job isn't done, but just to be in the position that we are, 13 straight, what was it, Elite Eight?
Final Fours.
I mean, Final Fours. I mean, that's coach is telling us, he was like, I don't know, I don't even have that many friends who've just been to the games.
Right.
So it's unbelievable. But we worked so hard to get here. You know, everything that we've gotten, we've worked for. So it's definitely a lot of emotions running through my body, though.
Have fun tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Evina, you don't have any players on the team who have a Final Four win. How much do you rely on coach and CD to kind of give you that confidence? Or are you just a confident team naturally in each other, so it doesn't matter that there's experience winning there?
I don't really think we rely on our coaches to give us confidence. We've talked about it a lot throughout the year and in practice. We rely on each other. You know, if someone's not making shots, someone's going to come up to you and be like, hey, keep shooting the ball. We need you to shoot the ball when you're open. Hey, make that next layup. So hearing that from one of us, from one of the players, from one of your teammates, that's where you get your confidence from. You know, if you get beat on defense, hey, get your stuff together. Don't let her beat you again. I got your backside help. All right. So that's little stuff like that. You know, that's where we gain our confidence from. And I don't think everyone's confident 100% of the time. You know, we might look like a confidence team just in the way that we play. We're so just very natural in the chemistry that we all have. But there are times like, okay, where we think, but like, hey, when we gather ourselves together, let's get back to playing how we know how to play. And everyone's like, okay, so as long as we get back on the same page, that's what we need to do. And we've been doing that game to game. So it's been fun to, you know, see that kind of form and morph together.
Evina, to kind of follow up on that, what does it say, I mean, just for you guys to kind of pick yourselves up, like when Anna said those things in the other game, but just like what kind of a team you guys are, that you can call each other out like that or do what you need to do to get the job done and rely on yourself, like after that Arkansas game?
I don't think people realize how, you know, important that is for us to be able to hold each other accountable and really receive that message as a message coming from a place of love and support. So, you know, I've been on different teams where if a teammate would say something to another teammate, oh, she doesn't like me, and then all the other stuff. Like, no, I'm trying to help you. We're trying to help each other. And we're all here trying to get a ring. We know that we have the chemistry, we have the connection, we have the bond off the court. And I think that's where that is able to correlate onto the court. Like, okay, if Kristen's getting on me, if Liv is really trying to get on me right now, I take that as thank you. She cares about me. They care about me. I wouldn't get on someone if I didn't care. If I don't tell you and I see you doing something wrong, I probably don't care. You know, so for us to be able to hold each other accountable in that way, it's just a sense of, you know, we genuinely care for each other. We care for our goal. We care for our team goal. And I think that's what makes us special.
Is there a significance to whatever's on your shoulder there, a T-shirt or whatever?
Oh, no. I forgot how. This is my jersey.
Okay.
I don't have it on. My bad.
Evina, have you guys had time to kind of decompress after such a crazy game against Baylor and just like reset and get ready for tomorrow?
That game is still so crazy to me. Like, I could imagine everyone else just watching it, just seeing everything just kind of unfold. I would imagine it would be crazy, but playing in it was a different level of just awness. But we definitely had time. You know, I had touched on it a little bit earlier. The NCAA had set up, you know, an area for each team, kind of like a game room, I think that's what they called it. So they had ping pong tables, foosball, HBO set up. I was playing on the Xbox, Mortal Kombat. I love playing games. But it's just a different type of space outside of our hotel room to just be around each other, but doing different things. And I think when we're home, we like doing different things, go on walks or whatever it may be, just doing different stuff, but being around each other. So I think that was really cool of the NCAA for them to set up for us. And then going to the zoo yesterday was also a little treat that I think we all liked. Getting to see the giraffes, seeing different animals is super cool as well.
Coach has mentioned this year, and Paige has mentioned it a couple of times, the anti-UConn sentiment out there. And I would imagine after a game like Baylor, there's even more people who hate against you guys. Do you use that as motivation? Does it make you feel proud about the team that you're on, the program you're in? How do you react to it?
I think, especially with the young guys and the Paige, especially, people booing her and, booing us before the game and this and that. I think we handle ourselves and handle it as a group very well. And I think we kind of just laugh at it. For the most part, I know in warm-ups when the Baylor fans are screaming and calling out all our names, and they're like, "Oh, they're fans of us." I told Paige, I said, "They're fans of you." And she kind of started laughing and stuff. Before the Baylor game, I had kind of told the starting five before he was, I said, "Look, it's going to feel like the world is against us today," but that's nothing new to us. So the only people that we need is ourselves, and those people sitting right over there, and I pointed to our bench. So that's all we ever really needed was ourselves. And it feels like that every day in practice feels like, when coach is just on us. We've been prepared for these situations. It felt like in practice sometimes we could just never really do good. We could never really do something right. He was just there, hounding on us to prepare us for these moments. So things like that, the outside noise didn't really get to us. And I think Coach had mentioned it, I don't know if it was yesterday or after the game. When people are booing you, that's a sign of respect. And in my mind, I'm just like, there's another little token of Evina. He's just like, when he just said that, just kind of clicked, like, you're right. He said, when people are clapping for you to come in, people are just, they're excited for you to be here. They're going to watch you lose. When people are booing you, that's a sign of respect. And we're just like, oh, okay. So, yeah, but I think we've always just taken it as like, we're all just kind of used to it now. Like, yeah, boo us for UConn. It's okay. We're going to come out and play hard regardless.
We have time for one more question with Evina.
Evina, I totally understand if this isn't at the forefront of your mind right now. So 100% respect how you answer this, but have you thought about or made a decision about your next year staying or leaving, and or are you waiting to see how this weekend goes?
Just definitely focused on this weekend.